As many of us have heard by now, today the Vatican announced the death of Pope Francis at 88 years of age. And as a sign of the times, the Vatican released the news on X. The legacy of Pope Francis is unquestionably that he pushed the Catholic Church to the left in many ways, which did satisfy many Catholics seeking to modernize the Church, but also angered traditionalists. For example, in recent years, Francis expressed support for the LGBTQ community and for same-sex civil unions, which the Church has traditionally marginalized. However, in other ways, it could be argued that what Pope Francis stood for was more in line with the teachings of Jesus than his predecessors were. He urged Catholics to not buy into the narratives that discriminate against migrants and refugees and often emphasize the mission of caring for the poor, and spoke out against inequality in his native Latin America and beyond. Considering all of those things, there's no question, though, that he was a divisive figure in the Church, with many Catholics loving his compassion for others, while conservative elements in the Church despised all that he stood for. Francis also, of course, clashed with the Trump administration, especially in regards to Trump's approach to illegal immigration and building a wall. Because of that, Trump's supporters had no love lost for Francis. From a Bible prophecy point of view, the next two events that I've been looking for in recent months were the covenant with many being confirmed and the death of Pope Francis. One of those has now come to pass. But the death of Pope Francis has to be a shock to those who are absolutely convinced that he was the final Antichrist or the false prophet, and we all know that there were a lot of those people. They will now need to look elsewhere for those figures. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, the College of Cardinals will meet to elect a new pope, and they will do so by secret ballot. The College of Cardinals is composed of senior Vatican administrators and worldwide diocese leaders, many of which who were chosen by Pope Francis. I will have a more in-depth video in the next day or two, and I'll talk about what I believe are the 4 leading contenders to be the next pope, and if that man will be the last pope, or if we can possibly have a scenario like we did with Pope John Paul I, who served only 33 days before he passed away. But I do believe that this is a major event in Bible prophecy relating to the false prophet about to come on the scene. And I'll cover that more in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.